Well, welcome once again. This is episode 3 of hashtag my quarantine with Sanctuary. This new and improved version of getting together over the course of time and the miles here as a family of Sanctuary. And we are so pleased to have the one and only Pastor Donna Slocum in the house today. So, hey, greet the people, Donna.
Hi, good afternoon or good morning if that's when you're listening to it. Hey, Pastor Debbie, how are you?
I'm doing great, and it's always nice to see you in person here on the screen, if not in person. We're socially distancing.
Yes, being proper, Hopefully
Yep.
washing our hands enough too.
Yes, don't touch your face. Wash your hands, don't touch your face.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
So Pastor Donna, we're just going to talk a little bit about who you are and what your life has been like in the past couple of weeks here, and just to share a little bit, maybe encourage other people that are going through the same thing. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? And what does your life look like on a normal day-to-day basis before Corona?
Okay, well, my name is Donna Slocum, and I'm your friend for about 20 years, first of all. Second of all, I'm assisting you at the church, and it makes me really happy to be in Ashburnham and to be serving God with you. It makes me really, really happy.
Me too.
Outside of doing that, I am now a hospital volunteer, and I'm a hospice chaplain, and I've actually done a little bit of that work today because it's part-time, and I've been in the hospital. It's kind of scary. There's a lot of rooms that are perfectly clean with made beds and no people in them. There's not many people walking in the hall, and I hear that supplies are somewhat limited. And yet I had everything I needed, and the people that I got to see were very grateful for a visit, because I think you all have heard no visits for any facilities, any hospitals. So it was delightful to pray with the people that I got to pray with today. They seemed so grateful. So we're here for such a time as this to do whatever we're called to, right?
That's true. And that's really good. I'm glad there are people like you. And I know our friend, Chaplain Renee Anderson, just serving in places like Health Alliance and Clinton Hospital and others. And we're just so grateful for everybody that's serving in the healthcare field, doctors, nurses, technicians, and everybody, especially the chaplains, because as you said, pastors really aren't allowed in to visit with people that are sick unless there's something really critical going on. And so we are really appreciative of the chaplains. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It was really great to get out of the house, because anybody who's watching this who knows me knows I like people. Mm-hmm. I've been struggling here at home on the couch with the TV, and I've got books in front of me. I've got things that I have to study, which I have forced myself to study. But it's really difficult for me to be here at home, kind of secluded. I don't like that. If you know my husband, he's kind of a quiet person. So we're not having these exciting, deep conversations because that's not our makeup. So getting out to do ministry today was really good. And talking to you is very helpful too. So let's see. Yeah, that's what I miss the most is being around people, going to meetings, being in church, a schedule. It's really hard for me without a schedule. I imagine for other folks too, but that's how it is. And I have no little kids here to keep me busy or make me crazy. It's kind of quiet.
It's pretty quiet. And we just walked today too. My family and I walked for about 3 miles, and I think I saw 2 cars the whole time, and it's just very quiet. So another avenue or another aspect of who you are is the director of the Christian Healing Center, right? And prayer. And those meetings that you normally have with people are only 3 people at a time. But this whole thing about social distancing, how does that affect somebody that is a prayer minister, and especially with the understanding of the laying on of hands? How does that affect you in this time?
Actually, we've been operating pretty much regularly until this week. And this week, we've just kind of stopped having a few of the meetings, just looking at the seriousness of not gathering together. There's no one that we've been meeting with right now that's in a situation that's really traumatic. Mm-hmm. So we are just postponing these for a few weeks and see what it looks like in another 2 or 3 weeks if we can resume them. The other thing we had to do was to postpone our training. We're getting ready to train a new group of prayer ministers and allow people to sit in and understand more about the healing ministry of Jesus. And we've had to postpone that until the middle of April, and it looks like we're going to have to do it again. I'm not sure if it will be able to happen then. Right. You don't want a class with 3 people in it or 5 people on it. You want a good dozen people or so to make it a good class. So we're just kind of in limbo.
As many are, right, during this season.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing, or what are you and Steve kind of doing to create at least a certain amount of normalcy in your household or in your family dynamic?
I'm actually getting him to take a walk with me occasionally. And he's actually sits on the stairs when I cook because he's not a cook. So he sat and chatted with me a little bit because he gets hungry. And actually, we're really hungry and we're bored, so we're eating even when we're not hungry. Yeah.
Have you seen some of the things with the, test your jeans every few days to make sure that they still fit?
Oh, yeah, they're still fitting.
I think the struggle is real for a lot of people. There's a lot of eating happening because we're just sitting around and being bored.
Yeah.
So you said one of the things that you missed is being around people. I guess what is one of the things that you have considered to be like a true surprise blessing in all of this?
Actually, as I was kind of watching television last night on the news, all of a sudden they did a special on Health Alliance on UMass Medical Center, and the chaplain who actually interviewed me and hired me as a volunteer was on television talking about the importance of the work of the chaplain in the hospital right now. I had no idea she was going to be on. She's moved now to the Worcester campus instead of Leominster, so I haven't seen her since before the holidays. So it was great to see her face and to hear her promote this kind of ministry. It was really good.
That's my good.
Surprise. That's my surprise.
Isn't that nice?
The other thing that's opposite of surprise was I was scheduled to go on vacation on Sunday to sunny Florida, and that's been postponed now. So I'm around to do more conference calls or something.
Yes, the new normal is meeting via Zoom, I think. I wish we'd all known well in advance so we could have bought stock, I think.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Just love on your people, love on everybody you can, whether it's electronically like this or on a telephone with people far away or people in your household. Just remember to be safe when you do it.
That's really good. Well, those are good closing words. Any last, outside of that, any last final thoughts that you have to share?
Sure. Sanctuary Church, I love you and I miss you. I can barely wait until we can gather together to worship our Lord and our King. Be safe and God bless you.
Oh man, that was perfect. Thank you, Pastor Donna. Well, hey everybody, thank you for joining us for episode 3 of hashtag My Quarantine with Sanctuary. You can find us online if you need to connect with us at all. www.sanctuaryministrycenter.org. You can find out more about the Christian Healing Center too, chcofne.com or .org. Org?
Sure.
One of the two. You know what? Figure it out, and maybe I'll look it up and change this. But anyway,
just connect. I think it's .com.
.com. Okay, so we'll make sure that we connect that and put those links in there if you need to know any other information. But meanwhile, like she said, stay safe, wash your hands, and just love on the people. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.